Hey mini dreamers! I know I haven't shown my face on here in a while, but I really felt the need to warn you about what you're gonna see. Last year I brought you guys to the Miniature Enthusiasts of Montreal show, so I wanted to bring you guys back again this year, and I did, and I had a lot of fun. But I forgot to put the anti-shake feature on, so it's been a real challenge to try and edit the footage to get something watchable. So I do have to warn you that some of the pictures are going to be blurry. However, there's a lot of good photos in there mixed in with the bad, and you get to see most of everything that was at the show. I actually interviewed all of the vendors and miniaturists. That way you get to learn a little bit more about them, and you're really going to want to stay tuned till the end because some of the stories are pretty amazing, especially Jean from Monde, Montreal. Make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss part 2 and 3, maybe 4. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Let's just get into it. Hello, so
Yes.
What is your name, your company, and what got you into miniatures?
I'm John. We're the little dollhouse company, and my wife shanghaied me. No, she bought the business. We took it over 2001. I was supposed to come down a couple nights a week and help.
Right.
After about 6 months, I was down there full time.
Wow.
But yeah, we took it over 2001. We've had it that long.
Nice.
Extended, yeah.
And what are your best sellers?
I don't know because I build the houses you put them in, and then we have everything to go in there.
Right.
So yeah, it's
You
hard
can
to
see
say what
that
the
there's
best
not much
yeah.
missing.
Come to Toronto, please see us. We're a brick and mortar store. We're still a physical store you can visit.
One day I will.
And if you even walk in today with everything we have here, our store's still open and you don't know we've left.
Wow. Yeah,
We have that much
amazing.
product.
Yeah. Thank you. So, if you can tell us who you are, what your company is, and what brought you into miniatures.
I'm Michelle. I'm from Edmonton, etc. My mom brought me into miniature. Like I stopped driving her and I started the company and I enjoyed the idea and I had the luxury of doing that with her.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I kept in love with it. I fell in love with it.
Nice. And what are your best sellers?
We do a lot of stuff. We do porcelain dolls. We do knitted items and tips the dolls. Yeah, those are very, very good seller. Doing some stitching. Yeah, they're pretty much people are looking for them. So it's nice to have like a shop for that.
Cool. Thank you very much. So, name and company?
Okay, so MM Art Miniature.
Okay. And
MM stands for Manon and Marcel.
oh, cool.
So Marcel started 6 years ago. all done with by 3D printing, the designing, the whatever, the printing for mostly miniature train. And then after that, since I was doing Dollhouses, he started doing some. Now there's many pieces of 3D bought for the houses, and yeah, so we're there.
Very cool. And what's
Yeah.
your best sellers?
The bestseller. Uh, it goes by. It depends. A year could be all the furniture, and then this year I would say all the play, all the
All the
games.
Okay.
It depends, and then we sell a lot of those little flower pots.
Right.
So, and there's different scale. There's 148 and 124 we do also. So, yeah,
Great. Well, thank you very much.
thank you.
I'm from Ateliers Miniatures. I'm from Toronto. My name is Laura Lasowski. I work in Canada and the US at the Chicago show as well, and at Montreal and Toronto, and I may be doing London, England, Kensington Dollhouse Festival. I've been doing this for a long time. I started working miniatures in my 30s, and I was not selling yet. And then later in my 30s, I started to sell.
And what are your best sellers?
The sewers, okay, it's a bit of a mix. People really love the hand-carved furniture, buy the dolls. The dolls are sent me over the year. I've been sculpting and making the costumes. Oh yeah, well sometimes the nutcrackers, the hand-carved furniture, and the dolls are my best sellers.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, I started doing it before I joined the club, so it's been, I would guess, probably 25, 30 years.
Wow.
But
And
I
what
haven't
got you into
been-
it?
I've always been fascinated with small things.
Yeah.
Started collecting the odd things when I was still a teenager, and oddly enough, I did some painting and Duckies and Dragons figures, mostly dragons.
Very nice.
But no, I like small things for the ease in looking at something in its entirety.
Right.
You know, you go into a room, you have to turn 360 degrees to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
And as a then, you're probably used to these songs.
Right.
Same with, even more so with the house. It's not like a
Right.
full-size house. You can slice one side off, they can look as too.
Yeah.
But you can't live in all huts. And just the fact that you can get a sense of how things are made together. Honestly, if it exists in real life, somebody's done it in literature. And
I
usually
agree.
working.
Yep. That's amazing. And what's your company name?
We're called Eclectica because it's a very eclectic
Perfect
setting of items we have on our table.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. So what's your name and what's your company?
Gina Gina's Miniatures is my brand.
Okay. And what got you into miniatures?
I started making them when I was little, and then I stopped and made big pots. And a couple of years ago, when I retired, I started making miniatures.
Nice. Okay. And what are your best sellers?
The fountains.
The fountains? Yeah. Perfect. I'm going to film those now. Thank you. what your name is and what your company is?
My name is Jean Thornton. It's over 30 years, that's for sure.
Wow. What got you into it?
My sister, I went to the West Island and it was a miniature city store.
Oh, nice.
They had a big miniature dollhouse in the window, and people were members there. And eventually, my sister got interested. I was a needlepointer, so I would go and buy my needlepoint stuff there.
Right.
So she started, and well, she's now president of the club.
Okay.
She's been
So she brought you down the rabbit hole.
she's behind you actually.
Okay. And what are your best sellers?
And it's
Yeah.
everything's made by the club, you know.
Okay.
They have workshops, and but people make, you know, like my sister does pottery. She just got into it and then decided to do miniature potter. But she
Yeah.
makes all kinds of things.
Wow.
You know, our club we went, in the club we have workshops every month pretty well.
Yeah.
And if each month we do something different. I try to do a theme now or each year. So like if you go over there, you'll see like they made a hotel and there's all
Oh, yeah. I
different-
noticed that. I didn't get to film it yet, but I will.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your sister. Okay. Hi. If you want to maybe just tell me more about the club or how you got started.
Oh, I wasn't there when I started. This club's been going on for a month. It was 6 women started the club, and they wanted to make a big club, so they actually rented a hall, church,
Okay.
basement or whatever. And the first show, then they'd been in existence for a couple of years. So the first show, one of the women actually had to guarantee the money for the hotel.
Okay.
So if they didn't get enough people coming, she would have had to foot the bill for the whole thing.
And it worked out, I assume?
Worked out. So this is like our 49th, I think, show.
Wow.
And hopefully we'll be here next year in probably the same venues. Very cool. People seem to like it here.
Yeah.
And so it was just a lot of miniatures that people started, and they come, and some stick with it for years and others come and go.
Very nice.
And some that come back again. One
So-
gets busy.
This table is all stuff from the miniature club?
Yes, most of this, almost all of it is made by past or present members.
Okay. Perfect. Oh, thank you. What's your name, your company, and what got you into miniatures?
I'm France Cabana from Les Ateliers Menuart. What got me into miniature? I went in Paris many years ago, well, more than 25 years ago, and there was a shop that had miniatures. So I saw that and I was hooked.
Wow.
Came back home, try it, and
It's a big rabbit hole. Nice. And what are your best sellers?
like
Everything?
all the little weird things,
Right.
accessories that we put in our house.
Right.
So yes, and things I make.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Carl Blindheim, and my company is The Artisans.
Awesome. And how long have you been doing miniatures, or what got you into it?
I started when I was very young. My father was a landscape artist, and if I was going to sit and watch him paint, we wanted me to be doing art as well. So I would just play with plasticine and other clays.
Great. And what are your best sellers?
I guess the best ones would be the popular breeds of today. Labradors, Golden Retrievers, King Charles Spaniels, French Bulldogs are very popular now.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Your name and your company?
So I'm Jean, Jean Belzile-Gascon. My company is Monde Montreal, so Mini World Montreal. I make all sorts of stuff that are representative of Montreal. I have smoked meat platters, I have poutine, charcuterie boards, a lot of stuff inspired by Expo 67 in Montreal. I even have some furniture that's inspired by the metro station, Peel Metro Station in Montreal. And I have everything is made by hand. Nothing is 3D printed, although it's just another technique. I have nothing against that, but I prefer doing each fry in my smoked meat platter is cut individually. Each sandwich is made individually. I make the meat and then I make the bread and I assemble my sandwiches. So I have a lot of fun bringing Montreal to the mini world.
Very cool. And
yeah.
what got you into miniatures?
When I was 11, I went to Algonquin, and there was an antique shop. And in a corner, she had a display, and the lady's name was Hilda. She was a gray-haired lady, she reminded me a grandmother I never had. And she had a corner with miniature antiques, and I started buying there. And then she would send me stuff, and I'd go back every summer to buy some more stuff. And then fast forward a lot of years ago, and my mother was an artist, and when she passed away, I inherited all her colors, her brushes, her all her stuff to make paintings. And I said, what can I make? And I started making miniatures, and suddenly I started saying, well, maybe I can interest people in my product, and that's how Mini Monde Montreal started.
Very cool. And what are your best sellers?
My best sellers are, this is my big seller. It's my butcher block.
Very nice.
Little butcher block. I have as well, as I said, poutine and the smoked meat. These are my big sellers. I do as well, for those who know the Peel Metro Station, Metro Peel. This is inspired, these little coffee tables are inspired by the metro station Peel in Montreal.
Very cool.
So this little camera, it's a Comy camera, C-O-M-Y. These cameras date from the 1930s. They were originally spy cameras, cameras for spies. And eventually they became travel cameras because they were so small. So it's a real camera, you can open it up, put the film in. Each film would contain, you can make, there were 8 frames. So there were 8 photos that came out of each film. And in an estate sale, I fell upon these are real photos. So these little photos were printed at this size, and they come out of the camera like this one. So these ones are unique. They're not photocopies, they're real argentic photographs. So
Very
that's the
cool.
story about that.
Wow.
And they date from the 50s.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. So your name and your...
My name is Glenn Anderson, and my business is Keenderson Miniatures. And I've been doing this for about 25 years.
No. What got you into miniatures?
I started off building models, and it just sort of progressed into the Dollhouse furniture.
Awesome.
My best sellers, so hard to tell. I build Japanese tantsus. I do a lot of Asian-inspired mid-century modern stuff. So it's just starting to become popular now. So it's difficult to tell what's sort of a bestseller.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Hey, me again. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. I almost forgot to show you the t-shirt that I made. I guess it's going to be hard to show you, but that's what I wore at the show. If you really enjoyed that content and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and it makes sure that you won't miss any of my future videos. Okay? Alright, take care, and remember, big dreams come in small packages. Bye!